Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights. When last we left off, we were on floor 3 of Mutamin's challenge, whereupon we'd seen one of the challengers that came in with us die to a Minotaur. We killed the Minotaur, but unfortunately that won't bring her back. So, let's keep going.
Sorry.
We can't even go through this puzzle this way, so we'd have to actually go through the other way. I'm really curious to actually go through it that way. Let's actually do that, shall we? It's not going to take that much to actually go and get there, so let's backtrack, head back here, and then see what that puzzle is, because there might be loot that way. And it won't take that long to return back to that place. It's just a little bit of a trek through the maze of Minotaur. Besides, there might actually be one of the items we need to solve, to complete the challenge. Not sure anyone actually told us that we were meant to collect crystal items, but now that we actually know that we might need to, we'll probably have to go through there just to be sure. And who knows, if nothing else, it's all experience. It's one of those things where you just don't know. Like, I wouldn't have known that this was the way to floor 2 without going back and finding out. I could have just gone straight to floor 3, and I imagine you could just, in fact, go straight to floor 3. You could just go immediately back, and possibly miss it. Maybe you only actually need one of the items. This is something I actually don't remember. It's something if you're actually going through this for the first time, you wouldn't know either. You wouldn't know either without looking it up. And when you're playing a game like this the first time, you don't really want to look anything up. I certainly didn't when I first played through it. I wanted it all to be a mystery. Massive cave in there. And it's on that side too, so it does sort of match. I wonder where they actually led to. Were they other stairways? So we're back to floor 1. And floor 1, it's just a small trek round to get back to floor 3. Actually a slightly longer trek than I first thought. Also, there are a lot of bottomless pits in the world of Forgotten Realms. Bottomless pits that lead to nowhere. I mean, who built that archway, or that support all the way down there? How much were they paid? What was at the bottom that made that difficult? But there's no light down there. How did they get the bricks? Did they just get, a wizard to do it? Could very well have just been a wizard, but I know wizards can make resources, like permanently create materials, but could they permanently create worked brick? Cemented brick? That I'm not so sure. An epic level wizard probably could. Hello, you're going to tell me that I can pass, aren't you? You're not even going to tell me that this time. Fair enough, you're just going to look at me and be like, what are you doing back here? Oh, I'm just heading back to floor 3, you know. And so we are back here. Back with the... there are enemies here. Let's go and fight them. It was worth coming here, if only to fight the enemies. There are statues everywhere. Ooh. Oh, there's a journal. I think one of the other people that tried to do this didn't manage to actually survive. And here's a wraith. Wraiths are incorporeal creatures born of evil and darkness. They despise all living things as well as the light that nurtures them. Here is a journal. I am sorry, but I believe your outstanding intelligence did not save you. This is the journal of one deed. Or deed. One contestant of Mutamin's challenge. The last entry seems to make reference to the riddle, with the numbered doors on the room. Curse this riddle! As near as I can tell, the granddaughters that the riddle mentions expand the pattern. 4 to 5 to 7 to 11? What comes next? It isn't 16, that's all I know. Well, we know the solution. It's over there. Well, the door we need to go through is over there, so here's a riddle. A female wizard lived to see her great-great-granddaughters. She had 5 daughters, 5 granddaughters, 7 granddaughters, and 11 great-great-granddaughters. How many great-great-granddaughters would she have? Right! Let's see if we can work this out, shall we? So, she had 5 daughters. So we have 1... There, she had 5 granddaughters. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha! She had 4 daughters first. Okay, she had 4 daughters first. Let's have a look. I'm just getting a handy piece of paper to work this out. So she had 4 daughters. 5 great-granddaughters. 7 granddaughters. No, 4 daughters. So 4 daughters. 5 granddaughters. 7 great-great-granddaughters. And 11 great-great-granddaughters. So when they had the granddaughters, one of them had 2 granddaughters, and the others had 1 granddaughter. Or rather, they had the granddaughters according to her. So here we go. So that's 5. And then there were 7. Which then meant that each one of those had 1. Which makes the 3. So I presume that 3 of the daughters had 1 daughter. And then each of those daughters only also had 1 daughter. But the two granddaughters, the ones that were sisters, because one of the daughters of the female wizard had 2 daughters. And then imagine if each of them had 2 granddaughters, 2 great-granddaughters themselves. So then you have 7. And 11 great-great-granddaughters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Ooh, that doesn't necessarily work. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7... No, 9. 5, 7... 9. No, it does work. It does work. Because then each of them have 2. So how many great-great-granddaughters would they have? What you really needed was just a piece of paper and a pencil. I mean, you could have drawn a little graph like I am right now. So, we have 3. 1, 2, 3. And then there's 1, 2, 3. And then 8 times 2. 19. There are 19 great-granddaughters. 19 of them. So, you have 32 as an answer. Let's see if 19 is an answer. 38. 20. 24. 19. My guess is it's 19. 16 is also an option. And 36. So my guess is 19. If I'm wrong, then my riddle-solving skills are not what I think they are, but this is the door for 19. There is a chest here. This chest contains a key. Aha! I was right! Solution solved. There we go. So that is indeed the answer. Because in each of the generations, you just have to presume that the 3 that only had 1 child, their children only then had 1 child. But each of the ones of the 4th daughter that had 2 children, those daughters, each of them have 2 daughters. And it just goes on and on. So it's 19. Aha! I'm curious. What's in the other rooms? Probably traps. Yeah, they're just traps. They're all just traps. Yeah, they're all just trapped. But we're going to open all the doors anyway, but they are all just trapped. So it turns out that your amazing intelligence did not, in fact, see you through the through this puzzle. It's a little ironic, actually, that it was the puzzle that killed you. But sar'ken figured it out. Now, can we rest here? No, we cannot. Do we actually need to rest? No, I don't think we do. A cure serious wounds will do the trick. There we go. Not quite sure what the monster at the end of this floor is going to be. Hello, skeleton mage. Did I miss you the first time round? There are 2 of you. Did you trigger because I walked this way?
To battle!
That would be an interesting question. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I fought you.
To battle!
Did Did you cast web? Yep, you cast
To
web.
battle!
Whoa! Hello! Skeleton Mage number 3 and Skeleton Mage number 4! Am I sure that I did this? Or have they just spawned? Who knows? Well, you've perished, and so have you. Yeah, I've looted all these. Which means that I did, in fact, do this. Help you. It's Gam! This warrior looks like he's ready to battle an entire horde of orcs and goblins. You need help, sir. Well, let me help you. Have some cure light wounds. Did that help?
Good to see you.
I'm most grateful for your aid, my friend. I was almost certain that I was about to die here in this dungeon. It was a heal you used on me, right? Yes, sure. I was ambushed by invisible creatures in my next room. They are quite powerful. I thought I was skilled enough to battle them anyway, but I was wrong. During the battle, one of them came too close to the pillar of light, and it exploded. I was too injured to take advantage of that knowledge, but you are not. Now I intend to find my way out of here. Thank you again, my friend. I wish you luck. Don't go that way, you'll fade out of existence. No, it's okay, They never actually realize they're going to fade out of existence, do they? No, they don't. Oh well, let's move on. There's a chest here. And traps. A lot of traps! And
Fair enough.
what a surprise, that's locked. Surprising no one about a locked chest. Here we go.
Done and done.
Another potion, and probably more things that will actually trigger traps. What's in here? Oh. Ghoul Lords. Ah yes, I think I remember fighting you guys. You guys are tricky. Not super tricky though. You can be tricky. And here's a mummy. Oh. Fortunately, sar'ken's will save's pretty impressive. What is over there? I get the feeling we might need a key to get through there. I was primarily lured here by the crate. And the fact that there's stuff down here, but apparently there are things that will explode in light. Probably more wraiths. Then again, if Gam couldn't deal with wraiths, what is he doing down here? This place is quite tricky if you can't deal with wraiths. Potion of speed. Is this the way out? It's the way... Competition exit? Really? Is that already nearly it? I thought this was a lot longer than I remember it being. I also thought there was something entirely additional to what potentially we've already encountered. We haven't met one of the contestants yet. We haven't met the dwarf. And as I recall, the dwarf wasn't eager on us getting to the end. So I get the feeling we might have to fight the orc. The dwarf, rather. If there's an orc down here as well, that means that somebody snuck in. We don't want that. Cultist, perhaps? Well, let's move on to this room and see what's here. Invisible creatures, you say? It's locked. This time I don't mind bashing his door down. At all. There we go. Ah, invisible stalkers! Ah, yes. Yeah, the whole fact that they explode is important. Follow us, chaps! Come on! This way! This way! You have perished. No, Crumpet! This way! Follow! I know you're taking attacks of opportunity, but come on. We need to take advantage of this. There we go. I am not fighting 4 of them. They're very difficult, yes. But they're also probably going to be the death of me.
Fair enough.
Definitely not. Let's take advantage of that information. Fortunately, Gam will probably live. I mean, when he said he'll fight his way out, there is no fighting out to do because we basically cleared everything out.
Your
Wraiths!
end
And a skeleton warrior! And a shadow fiend. Probably want to deal with the skeleton warrior and the shadow fiend first. Also, inadvertently, I've made Crumpet come in here when he has barely any health, although barely any health is still 23. Should be able to deal with a shadow. They basically drain strength, as I
am
recall.
overburdened.
Yeah, they drain strength.
Perhaps you should bear
Drain
some
strength
of
with
my
every
load.
hit. Seems about right. I could cast, Oh, your strength has been lowered. Well, it's at now 7. Fortunately, Shaman's strength hasn't been lowered. And even though Crumpet's strength has been lowered, it's still a pretty impressive 17. We will, however, need to cast some form of spell to restore my strength back. And I think yours will return when we rest. But this chest probably has one of the items we need to secure victory in the competition. I am curious as to just how much gold this is going to be. Half of his fortune. Has your strength been restored? Yes, it's now 26. 26? Also, your level, apparently, is not right. You've been level drained. If I resummon you, is your level drain gone? Hey, your level drain's gone if I resummon you. Level drain is gone. Also, just out of curiosity. Yeah, that's not the spell that I thought was there would be there. Never mind. Well, indeed there is a crystal egg. As I thought, there was an item on this floor that we also needed. Actually, 2 of the items were on level 1. So, in theory, was there much reason to go to level 2? Besides experience, of course. And hello! Ha! I told you not to enter the bloody dungeon, fool! And now I'll be forced to hack you down where you stand. Oh dear. Fortunately, I have stone skin. I also have a summoned tiger. Oh wow, you're probably going to be quite difficult to defeat because you are a warrior! Please cast this spell. Then I move over here and let you get absolutely destroyed by a tiger. I'm sorry, sir. I have a bear and I have a tiger, and you made a terrible, terrible decision. You did warn me not to enter the dungeon, but I warned you that I had a bear. Actually, to be fair, I didn't warn you I had a bear. But now you know. Actually, you saw the bear. You just didn't see the tiger. Oops. That's another person. That's just a normal great axe. That's a another person who, another normal encounter that where somebody underestimated the fact that I had the ability to summon tigers. To be fair, how many people don't underestimate the fact that I have the ability to summon tigers? Also, are there any enemies? There are indeed some enemies. We're not done just yet. There are dire spiders. You have entered the room of the final test. Have loads of spiders. It's sort of like the first level. In fact, it's pretty much like the first level of this challenge. It's in fact exactly like the first level. Actually, it might not be. There might be, that statue might come to life. I get the feeling that statue is going to come to life. And I have to be ready for that. We're definitely going to have to be ready for that.
Perhaps you should bear some of my load.
Has my movement speed been reduced? My strength? My strength always that? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm actually just carrying too much stuff. Fortunately, we have bags that should be able to help alleviate this problem, if they weren't already full of stuff. Might need to go and sell things in a little bit. For now, however, we shall rest, and I shall cast Bull's Strength to help mitigate this problem. And when we come back, folks, the final challenge of Mutamin's dungeon, that I thought was entirely different to what it actually has been. I really did. And I'll explain next time, but I really thought it was different. Oh well. I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.